let's get ready for my picks, who I went with on week 11. These are the teams that are on a bye, especially for fantasy football. The Colts are off this week, so no Jonathan Taylor. The Falcons are off this week. No Bijan Robinson if you have him in fantasy football. The Patriots are off. No Ramondre Stevenson. And the Saints. So that means no Chris Olave or no Alvin Kamara. So we have the Thursday night matchup, which should be a good one when you look on paper. You're like, wow, Ravens and Bengals. I'm going with the Ravens over the Bengals. The Ravens has been playing really good. The Bengals, I don't know what's up with their offense. I almost had this kind of as an upset still because I think the Ravens has been playing way better than the Bengals. I feel like if the Bengals get beat this week, I feel like their offensive coordinator could be the next one to go. But I'm going to go with the Ravens. Lamar Jackson's been playing great. I don't know if it's going to be close. I think between maybe a 10-point range, I think the Ravens win. I don't know. Maybe the Bengals offense shows up, but I'm going with the Ravens over the Bengals. I've got the Steelers over the Browns. Deshaun Watson is having season-ending surgery. I think he hurt his shoulder in Sunday's game, so he's done. PJ Walker is going to step in, and I feel like the Browns' playoff chances just went down the drain this year. Unless the running game and defense really steps up. But once you get in the playoffs, you got to play really good. And I just don't see the Browns making a deep run into the playoffs this year. I feel like if they can keep Hunt, they keep everybody healthy on that defense, and then draft really good, the Browns could be very dangerous next year once they get Deshaun Watson. But I'm going with the Steelers. I like Najee Harris. So I think Najee Harris is going to have a really good fantasy game. So I'm going with the Steelers or the Browns. I'm going with the Dolphins over the Raiders. I mean, what can you say? Tua, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, one of the best wide receivers in the NFL right now. I don't think they will have too many problems with the Raiders. I mean, I'm going to play Josh Jacobs on my fantasy and Devontae Adams. That's like a must start. So, but yeah, the Dolphins, I feel like that's going to be a win this week for them. We've got the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Yeah, going with Detroit. They're a million times better than my Bears. David Montgomery, first time facing his older team this year, so we finally get to play the Lions. So I don't know. I guess Justin Fields is coming back this week because I had Tyson Bagent on my bench. Well, I can probably release him because I don't think he's going to play anymore this year unless Justin Fields gets hurt. But yeah, this could be a really bad game. I think Goff could go off. David Montgomery should have a really big game. I like the Lions over the Bears. I think the Jaguars is going to bounce back and beat the Titans. I don't see them scoring just 3 points again. I feel like it's going to be a lot better game. I don't know if I trust Will Levis, but maybe DeAndre Hopkins has a really good game. I think Travis Etienne will have a good game, but I like the Jaguars in this matchup. I got the Chargers over the Packers. I can't remember. I saw it this morning. It was Keenan Allen or Austin Eckler has a questionable tag for the game this upcoming weekend. But the talent is much more on the Chargers with Herbert and Allen and Austin Eckler. I feel like they all three should have a really good fantasy week. I like the Chargers over the Packers. I like the Texans over the Cardinals. CJ Stroud against Kyler Murray. We've got rookie against veteran. So Texans, I think, have a lot more weapons on that team with Tank and CJ Stroud. And yeah, it might be a fun game to watch. It's going to be really interesting to see what Kyler Murray does against the Texans this week. But I like CJ Stroud to go off this week. Texans win. This game's going to be over before people take their seats, take their first bite out of the hot dog, and take their first sip of the beer. The Cowboys is going to score 50 points this week on the Panthers. I am not starting any Panther players. I'm not starting Adam Thielen. I don't think you should either. I don't think you should start any Carolina Panther player. It is going to be a natural disaster. I'm talking like 50 to 7, maybe 50 to 3. It's going to be bad. Commanders and Giants. I like the Commanders. I like Sam Howell. I like Brian Robinson to have a really good game. But yeah, the Giants is a mess right now. They're probably in the shoe-in to maybe get a top 5 pick, obviously, so it's going to be interesting who they pick. There's a lot of rumors that they're probably going to draft Caleb Williams out of USC, so I think that will be definitely an upgrade from Daniel Jones. 49ers over the Buccaneers. Christian McCaffrey, what else can you say? That 49ers defense. But I don't know, the Bucs might keep it close, but I think the 49ers will pull this game out. This was almost my upset pick of the week, and I didn't have an upset pick of the week this week. I still like the Bills over the Jets. I almost went with the Jets, and we could see, it's a possibility, we could see Josh Allen doing this on the sideline again against the Jets. It could be a upset. It could be, I don't even know if it would be an upset the way the Bills offense is playing. So I know they got a lot of injuries on the offensive line and defense. So I just feel like if they get beat, Stephon, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know if he's even going to show up in week 12. But I like the Bills to bounce back this week. I like the Rams over the Seahawks. I don't know. I was kind of leaning towards the Seahawks, but I don't know. I like the Rams, Cooper Kupp, Puka. I like both of them, wide receivers, but yeah, I think the Rams will win this game. Then we have the Sunday night matchup, Vikings and Broncos, so we get to see Josh Dobbs again. I'm telling you, I hope the Vikings keep him on the roster, and I feel like there's going to be a quarterback controversy going into next year with Dobbs and Kirk Cousins. So it's so good to see Dobbs get a lot of playing time and be the starter, because I think he's a really good quarterback. I think he's better than some of the quarterbacks in this league. Obviously, like Mac Jones, Bryce Young. But once Bryce Young gets some help for Carolina, Carolina's going to be a lot better team. But I like the Vikings. I don't know if Justin Jefferson's coming back. I don't think he's coming back this week. But Jordan Addison and Josh Dobbs should get the job done. And the Monday night, my game of the week, Chiefs and Eagles. I want to go with the Eagles. I hope the Eagles win. But somehow the power of Taylor Swift is going to lead the Chiefs over the Eagles. We got a Super Bowl rematch. I really hope the Eagles win, but I think the Chiefs pull this out. Well, maybe not pull it out. It's going to be close, though. And then my 3 players I'm going with this week for fantasy, I got to come within 5 points from what I pick, how I think they're going to do in fantasy football this week. I am going with Lamar Jackson with 27 points. I think he's going to have a really good fantasy week. I'm going to go with David Montgomery against his former team, the Chicago Bears. My Chicago Bears, what I'm trying to say. So David Montgomery, 24 points. And I'm going to go with Brandon Cooks. I think Brandon Cooks is going to go off again this week. He's going to have a really good fantasy week, 26 points. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There is my picks for week 11. Hopefully your team wins this week. Hopefully you have a really good fantasy football week. We're getting close to the playoffs. We're trying to get those late season wins to try to get us into the playoffs. But anyway, have a great night, everybody. I'll talk to you later.